All right. Good morning, boys and girls. Monday morning. Uh, 14 minutes past the hour. We got just about oh about 15 minutes left to market open. Uh, so let's just do our analysis here real quick and get ready for opening bell. So right now we're gonna just get rid of any indicator lines that have already been, whoops, indicator lines that have already been okay, that have already been reached and overcome. All right, there we go. Nope. There we go. All right. So just initial observation here is that we've had a bit of an uptrend going from Friday, but coming into Sunday, looks like we gapped down a little bit and then began climbing again. Um, and then eased off. London session was really flat. Just a bunch of sideways, but on the 5 minute is currently looking at being much more. I would say it's currently in a downtrend, with the possibility of having a break of structure here coming up. But for now, we're just going to oops, delete that. There we go. Make sure the color's right. Okay. Um, we'll keep an eye on it and get more of a bias here. All right. So got everything marked off. Everything looks good. New York highs are swept. London did not sweep anything from NASDAQ or NASDAQ. Anything from Asia session on either index stayed right inside it. So right now we're moving sideways. Coming in from a downtrend on Asia session and looking like it's moving downward. So initial impressions are that we'll take a look at what's going on with the hourly, but from where it's sitting right now, a sweep, liquidity sweep happening down below London and Asia is most likely, with a push to highs. But let's take a look at the hourly and uh, figure out what we got going on from there. Okay, yeah, definitely in a bullish market structure. We did inverse the hourly here during Asia session, but did not inverse the gap. Tested it, but did not inverse the gap. It was respected. came back up, respected this gap now. Looks like probably equilibrium, and then heading back down. So we really need to keep an eye on if this key level right here, this hourly, um, gets inversed, and if so, then we are likely to um, be in a downtrend. However, all the trends right now still look like they are moving upwards. So we do have currently also a bullish SMT. We can see we've dropping lower here, but on a downtrend, we're not quite making that here. So ES is definitely the more bullish index. Yeah, so the idea would be to come down into here, but to continue upward. Um, we'll keep we'll keep an eye on that. You'll see me bouncing back and forth to the hourly quite often here because the possibility exists that we could be in a reversal, although we have not actually reversed yet. Um, the main indicator is going to be whether or not this hourly actually. Well, first off, if it does break structure below here, then we've already inversed this gap. So now we have two indications that this sucker is going down. Um, and we've still got nearly 40 minutes left in this candle. So we'll see if this thing keeps heading downward. And if so, then that's probably a pretty strong indicator that we are in a reversal. Um, we have this fair value gap to take to take a look at this fair value gap as well. Here we have tested the fair value gap. We don't have a secondary one here, but that would be a key point that we've already pressed and tested. So, it's possible. It's possible. But we're also at all-time highs with these things as well. So let's take a look at the calendar. I don't believe we have any red folder news coming out today. Nope, nothing, no expected news whatsoever, interestingly enough. Okay, so outside of a Trump tweet or some other major world event that might surprise and create a market indicator that we're unaware of, this is pretty straightforward technical analysis. So right now, no real high impact news currently affecting things, but looking pretty good, really. All in all, everything looking really, really good. Low and a high, high and a low. Okay, and there's really nothing else to mark off on the hourly either. All right, so let's check the 15-minute. Let's see, the 4 hour itself. Yeah, 4 hour itself is in bullish market structure. Big time bullish. And I would expect the same over here. Yeah. Yeah, nothing but bullish. I mean, this has just been crazy. So we've got some pretty straight up looking. Yeah, this is interesting. We have not had a break of structure anywhere in there on the 4 hour. So definitely very bullish all the way through. Definitely very, very bullish. Um, did have a break here that moved, but quickly recovered with a break here. Move up, move up. Yeah, I mean, we are pretty much, we are very much, yeah. Okay. Still looking really good. Okay, so overall, very bullish. Um, let's add the 15-minute here real quick and just take a look what that's looking like. Same kind of thing. We did get a break of structure here. Barely, but if not there, then definitely here. So 15-minute is in a downtrend. Yeah, got our break of structure here. So in a downtrend, um, so we're pretty much going to look for liquidity sweep, switch back to the 5-minute. Um, we're going to be looking for a liquidity sweep and we did get a temporary break back up. And so the 5-minute is actually showing signs of a move back up. Very interesting. So I'm really thinking that the 15-minute is, we're in a downtrend on the 15-minute with a slight move on the 5. So I'm thinking, let's take a look at the 15-minute because I think the 15-minute, well, either way, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have some kind of sweep. We're just going to have to watch that. We've got, let's see, we've got a fair value gap here and a fair value gap here as well as here for reversals. But really, I'm thinking we get the sweep into liquidity and the move back up. If that does hang out and we do end up getting a 1 hour reversal or a 1 hour break of structure, which we'll be taking a look at, that could be an indicator that we might sweep down, come up, play around in this area with these value gaps, and then curl back down again. So that's a possibility as well. But right now, with all the higher time frame indications being that that order flow is definitely bullish overall, and I believe it will continue to be bullish. We're looking at a sweep down here and then a move up to highs. So we'll just keep our eyes open, look for a good setup, and see if we can. I mean, we've got some really good targets up in here. These targets here, as we head down, we don't have quite as many, but we'll see what happens with the market there. Market's going to open in about 40 seconds. So I'll get my, whoops, don't want to do that. Let's go back. There we go. Okay. So we've got market open. Let's just watch and see what happens. We're going to get some jumpy, some choppy volatility in the very beginning anyway, so we anticipate that. What happened here? Oh, shoot. Did this erase all my stuff? Oh, dang it. All right. Well, all right. I'll just go back through and redo these. Not that big a deal. Okay, so there's the liquidity sweep we were talking about. We already went right past London and Asia. So that was much quicker than I thought. I didn't really, well, I guess I did anticipate it happening in the first candle. I don't know. It's things have been happening pretty quickly with those liquidity sweeps. So let's eliminate those. Let's go back here. Okay, we definitely have these two going in opposite directions at the moment. So we got the S&P wanting to boost. We have not done any sweep there. I mean, they're literally moving in opposite directions right now. So it's definitely presenting a bullish SMT. Um, but we're just gonna sit and chill because this is we got to let things settle out. Everything's getting really, really excited here. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. So I think I'm just going to stay right here looking at this. There we go. That's probably. There we go. There we go. All right. So these are going exactly opposite. Very, very interesting. This is, we got NASDAQ going one way. NASDAQ's going the direction I thought it would. S&P just, it's finding some market manipulation there. Interestingly, it looks like it's ready to inverse this gap right here. Whereas this one's still hanging out down below. This is like very interesting to watch. So that's exactly what we're going to do is just watch because we have ourselves a very, very interesting development going on here. Okay. S&P, it did not inverse that gap. It is teasing it, but it did not inverse it. And NASDAQ is just continuing to hover around those uh, lows. Um, you know, what I thought would be a liquidity sweep. So very interesting. There's no way of knowing. I can't tell which one would be better to trade on, if at all, right now, since they're literally moving in opposite directions. Um, in a downtrend like we're seeing here, this is, um, I mean, well, I take that back. We've clearly broken structure to the upside with the S&P. Um, but we've actually continued on the downtrend with NASDAQ. So, I mean, we're talking fully opposite directions right now for something that, two indexes that typically are moving in tandem, and we are moving fully in opposite directions. So, now it could be that NASDAQ just wanted that sweep and now it's going to move with what S&P does, because S&P is definitely stronger bullish index. NASDAQ definitely being more volatile. Mhm. All right. I'm going to stick with the 15 minute at this point. um, because this will be an inverse of value gap right here, as well as a break of structure that's very strong bullish for um, S&P, where we could be looking at taking longs. Um, we're not seeing it here on the NASDAQ, though, although we are starting to boost back up. So we'll see where this closes. If we do see that we get a break of structure here, then we can then move down to lower time frames and look to our long bias, or look to possibly taking longs. We still got some value gaps through here that we can look at taking if they get taken out. But definitely we want to be targeting Asia highs here at some point. All right. We inverse the gap on the 5-minute on S&P. We are seeing it pull back now on the 5-minute. Let me go to the 5-minute and show you what we got here. On ES, whoops, over here, 5-minute, there we go. Okay, you can see that we finished here. We're already touching London highs. So this very well just could be liquidity while this is still dancing down here. I mean, we've got a major, major SMT going on right now. So just trying to figure out which one wants to go in what direction. You know, with the overall high time frame bias being bullish, I would have to say that S&P is the stronger index and the bullish, and because we're just simply looking at a liquidity sweep here, even though we broke structure in the 5-minute, we'll be looking for a break of structure back up and or inverse value gap, and at that point, I think we're really looking good at getting at taking longs. So we just need to take a look at what's going on with NASDAQ. But with S&P being the stronger index, I'm actually wondering if we need to be looking at S&P for longs. Even though I like the volatility of NASDAQ better, it is the lagging index. It does have a little more room to move. But for the moment, let's take a look at the 15-minute again. So by inversing the gap and break of structure on the 15-minute, we're going to be very, 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 very bullish on S&P. NASDAQ just has me worried that it's dragging. So we're just going to wait for a few more confluences. We're going to wait for a few more, things to develop. This very well could be a sweep. You know, the 15-minute, we did break on the 5, but man, that 15-minute. We also have a gap here as well. Oh, you guys can't see it. So we're starting to come back down where we're not actually going to fill that gap. And for that matter, we could end up not even breaking structure. And if we don't break structure, we could be looking at shorts. We could be looking at shorts because right now we're hanging out down here. So we'll see. We still got, minute and a half left on these candles. It's very, very interesting. If this 15-minute over here finishes without, if it respects this gap and it closes below this line right here, which is basically the gap. I mean, if it Yeah, it's back and forth. This 15 minutes a really, really good indication of what's going on right now in the market. Why we just need to stay patient and watch. I'm going to switch to the 15-minute over here too so you can get a better look. See here? It's almost as if it's pulling it downward. As much as I want to be bullish, I really think we're looking at probably being bearish. Look at this. Look at that. It did not finish, and now we're going to head downward. Wow. Okay. So another thing to look at here too, the possibility is we could head back up because let's take a look here at some other things. If we're looking here, we might be right in equilibrium. Let's take a look here. Let's get a rectangle here for this. So we're down into equilibrium. The chance does exist for this to come back up. So we just got to keep looking for different things here. Now we're both of them are moving in a similar direction. So we'll see. If we breach this value gap, if we inverse that, then we are very highly likely going to be moving back down in a lower trend. We're holding out here for that. Let's see, we got a value gap down here that could be a target. We got a value gap down here that could be a target. So we are still not seeing quite enough. Let's go back to the 5 here. Let's see what we got. Okay. We still don't have much of anything telling us what's happening, so if I don't take a trade today, it's not going to break my heart. I don't have to take a trade today. I would like to. I'd like to be able to take a very profitable trade and get further along the way to getting these accounts qualified, getting them caught up for qualified. Oh, wow. All right. Wow. That was crazy. Makes you wonder if there was some immediate news that happened. Thing is with TradingView, it's always a few minutes behind on reporting the news. Okay, we inverse value gap. Inverse value gap on the 1 minute. But we're still down in liquidity area. I'm not confident that that's exactly. I mean, we do have a little bit of a sweep to the low end. We got a sweep there. So if anything, we'll be looking for reversals, but we could have our continuation as well. So just keep an eye on it here. I'm still not convinced that we're in a specific market structure or another. Everything right now is looking, excuse me, like we are in a bearish structure now. Interesting that we would take liquidity just right there. So there's still not enough to tell me what's what. So we're going to stay patient. Okay, inverse the gap on the 5 minute on S&P. We are We did not necessarily. Oh, we did break. No, we didn't break structure. Uh, Believe it or not, just yet. Although we're looking like we could. Um, so I don't know. Yeah, just no. It's not giving it to me. I'm just, it's clear where there's movement right now, but to say that we could have predicted that, we just have to look for confirmations. Can't just go on a guess. Okay. Got some low time area, low resistance areas of liquidity down here. We had some liquidity down here. Okay, we got to break a structure on the 1 minute. Definitely looking like we're making a move back up. Got to be careful about hitting equilibrium here and then having it turn back down, especially because we have such a bearish order flow on NASDAQ right now. Okay, we had a sweep and a sweep. If we inverse this gap, then it's likely we could be moving back up. Bottom tail candle. Okay, inverse that gap. I'm going to look at S&P for a long now. So Let's drop down to the 1 minute. If we see a break of structure, that's what we're looking for, which would be right here. Um, break of structure would look good there. We have a value gap right here that we're respecting on the 1 minute. So we're going to look now for this gap to be respected. And we just need that to come down, or for this value gap to be inversed. And then we can look at taking along. I'm really thinking we're probably going to end up coming back down a little bit. I really would like to see it test this value gap and come back up some more. Okay. All right. So we're respecting that gap. Maybe on this one we inverse, which is fine because I'd rather see this get inversed as well. And then we might even be able to take NASDAQ up to London highs. Let's take a look at what NASDAQ looks like on the. Yeah. Yeah, looking good. Let's go back to 5 minute on that. Still playing with this gap here. So I think once we inverse, once we break structure to the upside right here, that's really our indication. I don't know. I'm not. No, I'm not digging it. Not digging it. I want it to come back down. I want to see a little bit of a pullback there first. We keep respecting that gap while NASDAQ continues somewhat higher, but I need to see the break of structure on NASDAQ. And if that's the case, I might even take the trade on NASDAQ. All right. That's what I'm looking for. Good. That's fine. It's what I anticipated. Okay, so now what we want to see it respect this gap and curl back up. That's what we want. Want this to come down into this gap. Hell, we could even come down into this gap. Okay, this is literally at an equal level over here on NASDAQ. So if we do get a break above this, then we're good for longs. This, we're starting to respect that gap, so we'll wait for this to curl back up. Okay, I'm looking down at the 5 minute here. We are respecting this gap. This is the same gap on the 5 as it is on the 1 minute. So you can see here respecting the gap, which is good, which means we're just looking for a curl back up. So I am looking for an entry now. So we've got a good looking high right here. So if we get a break of structure on that high, we actually technically don't have a break of structure on the 1 minute. So we are looking pretty good for an entry here. And we're going to target the Asia highs is what we're looking for. I don't know, maybe NASDAQ will give it to us. We got a little more room to move on NASDAQ. Can at least get to London. Yeah, if we could get a slight down candle here on the 1 minute. Really like to see this be a down candle. Give a better particular point of entry. All right, excellent. All right, now we should see If we can break above this high, then we should be good to keep going. All right, this is good. We're respecting this gap. Respected the gap again. If we break structure back to the upside, I think we're good for a long here. Okay, didn't do it quite yet. Stuck in the chop. This is why you got to stay patient unless it absolutely gives you the confirmation. You do not move. You do not try to anticipate. You wait till the confirmation is there and then you take it. And right now we do not have that confirmation. We're looking pretty good, but right now we're stuck in the chop. So I definitely think the move is going to be bullish now. But I do think we're going to be frittering around down here. We're really looking for the 5 minute to break structure here, and we're looking for the 1 minute to break structure here, and it's just not giving it to us at the moment. So. Hey, Dashy do. Alrighty. This is fine. This is good. I'm glad we're staying patient here. I'm very happy with the decision. Okay, we've inversed the gap on the 1 minute, but not on the 5 minute, interestingly enough. So this could be a fake out. We're also looking at something akin to equilibrium here too. So let's draw this out. If right now we are looking at this peak right here, so equilibrium would actually be, let's see, I want to say this low to this high. We're kind of getting to equilibrium there. Oh, low and high is the low. Okay, so I actually have this wrong. But let's just say that we're getting there to equilibrium. So I think this is a fake out. I think we are still headed bullish. No trades yet. We had a bunch of chopping sideways. I mean, although it does look on the 1 minute here that we've had some significant movement where there could have been entries, there just wasn't good enough confirmations to make sure that, this wouldn't pop up and continue down. Or now, granted, this did follow that V, that inverse Eiffel Tower, or the Eiffel Tower move that I've seen hundreds of times. But over here on Nasdaq, these two are supposed to be moving in tandem. And although we did have a bit of a down and a bit of an up, it's hanging out at these levels here, and there's just not enough confidence right now to know that these moves were there. I mean, if the confluences aren't there, I'm not going to take the trade. I can't chance it at this point. There's just not enough room for error right now. So I would rather fail a trade that I feel very confident in the confluences that line up and my target points, and just have it not work the way I want, but know that I followed my plan, than to get impulsive at this point and try to pre-anticipate, because that, after reflecting from the weekend, from some of the really devastating and horrible trading that I did last week, that's primarily what it was I would predetermine, I would anticipate that a move was going to go into my confluences, instead of just letting the confluences and letting the confirmations and the continuations um, give me what I need. Basically, I just didn't follow my plan and my rules 100% completely. And so this week is follow my plan 100% completely. And if there aren't any trades that present themselves, or nothing gives me anything that I'm not absolutely 100% confident in my judgment on the technical analysis, um, I'm not going to take the trade. And right now I can't. I mean, clearly we're moving sideways on some stuff. So I have to wait for a breakout of sorts on something. And I'm not even sure which index I'm going to take the trade on still just yet. I mean, I'd really like to take it on NASDAQ just because NASDAQ is, it's got a little more room for movement. It can be a little more volatile and move more quickly, but it hasn't been doing that here. Um, S&P is the one that actually shows more promise in its price action, but it's right now range bound. So, I mean, what would my target be? I mean, right now we're talking about we're pretty much dead center in the middle of both New York range and London range because we haven't moved much from either. Um, and strangely enough, we're dead center in the middle of New York range on NASDAQ, yet stuck at London and Asia lows. We're just bouncing between them right now. So there's literally nothing showing anything right now. So I'm going to still stick with my game plan. I mean, if this candle closes out high and low, we could get a break of structure. Our break of structure would actually be in a better spot here if we can get that break of, if this maintains and we get this bearish candle right here and it stays bearish, we've now lowered the bar for what our break of structure would be. Here, we'd have a break of structure here, but I guess we did technically inverse the gap, but inverse the gap and just came right back down. So I think I'm just going to move back to the 5-minute for this at the moment. Because really at this point, it would have to be a break of structure to the upside. The way this is looking right here, we could be inversing this value gap. We haven't fully inversed it. We came really close. Oh, no, wait, closed up here. We came really close here. This one, we could be there. So if we inverse the gap, hey, we might just be heading bearish. I might have to flip my bias to bearish after all. Maybe that's what this is, We'll have to see. Got about 1:15 on this candle. It's looking pretty strong, but that's okay. If it is bearish, so be it. I'm going to move to the 15-minute, as a matter of fact, because I want to take a look here. See, we're still in bullish market flow on the 15-minute. We got 10 minutes left on this candle. We could be inversing this gap as well. Oh, no, wait. There is none there. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. So there is none to reverse there. Right now we're hanging out in equilibrium is what we're doing. So yeah, pop down in here. Respected this gap, popping back up. Respected the gap here, but we still have this one here we got 40 minutes to a break of structure and an inverse of the gap. We really have these things going in opposite directions. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to take a trade today. We could be looking at a break of structure and a downward trend here. We're still not seeing it here. Very confusing market structure. Okay, looks like we do have just an ever so slight break of structure on the S&P. See right here, I keep seeing equilibrium. So is it possible we get equilibrium and a break back up? We really need to see a break of structure right here. If we see a break of structure on NASDAQ, I think we're in good shape to take a look at some longs because this is already at an equilibrium point. I think we've hit equilibrium here. Come on. There we go. Okay, we did. We got equilibrium. So just need a break of structure on NASDAQ. We get a break of structure on NASDAQ and we should be okay. I'm going to keep this here. You know, for that matter, I think we also have equilibrium here, which is a good sign because, yeah, this is a really good sign. Okay. Just need to look at the possibility of break of structure. So we've got equilibrium there. I don't know that I want to enter just yet because we have a couple of other confluences that are working against us. So that's why I want to get more confirmation coming up. But I really do believe if we get a break of structure to the upside, we should be looking pretty good. Yeah, starting to look good here. I'm thinking we're looking pretty darn good now. Good. This is really good. Yeah, this is really good. So we don't really have a gap there to worry about. All right, so we're going to be looking for a full break of structure, which we kind of got here. So we could look at an entry point coming up real soon. I'm not quite there yet. Respected this gap. Respected that gap, respected equilibrium. I think we are due for I think we're due for a long here. But I just need a little bit more confirmation. Okay, this is okay. I like this equilibrium play here. Okay, this is actually really good because now it lowers our break of structure yet again. which is good. We get a break of structure beyond this. We can look for a continuation confluence, and I think we're getting even stronger now. So this is good. It's building up a lot of strength. I think we're starting to see a better pattern emerge. So I'm not really one to look at trend lines per se, but I do think if we are here, say to here, and here, okay, I think right now we're looking at the possibility of getting into a trade. Okay, now we're looking for a break of structure. This could keep heading downward for all we know. Well, we inverse that gap on the 1 minute, so yeah, we're clearly heading down. Uh, I just could not find the entry. I could not find the entry that gave me the confidence that This still isn't making sense to me, so I'm just not going to do anything. If I'm not seeing it, I'm not taking it. No trades is better than a red trade. I can hang out for a while. I don't have a particularly pressing schedule today, so I can wait out and see if there is a move here at some point, which there really should be. You know, I'm. Okay, gap is respected. Bottom tail candle is a positive sign. We should be looking at popping back up here. This is a long one, guys. Hour and 20 minutes in. We're over an hour into market open and no trades. There we go. Holy smokes. Looky there. Goodness gracious. Something. Something. Goodness. What the hell was that? All right. Well, again, just keep it cool. Keep it cool. If this is what I think it is, then we should be good to go. That was a crazy spike. What in the world? Was there news that came out? There's literally no news today. At least nothing pre planned. So, all right. Same rules still apply. No need to get excited about a bump. Same rules still apply, boys and girls. Gotta see a break of structure to the upside. Okay, so that must have been an earnings report that caused the spike. But still, man, that's a funky looking SMT right there, too. Just faking people out, man. Just faking people out. Okay, there's no real value gaps to look at. So we're still playing the equilibrium game and looking for a break of structure. We get that on the 5 minute, and then we can scale down to the 1 minute. Okay, we got the break of structure on S&P, did not get it on NASDAQ. But we're close. We are close. Okay, more than ever, I think that NASDAQ is going to be my play. Um, so yeah. Yep. Okay. So, a couple of things I'm seeing here that are giving me some warm and fuzzies. We have a bullish SMT that's formed. We've broke structure on the 5 minute uh, heading bullish. So we've got an uptrend starting on the S&P. We're not quite there on the NASDAQ, but the reason I have the warm and fuzzies is because if we do break structure on the NASDAQ, that will give me enough confirmation that I just need to look for a quick 1 minute entry. And I think NASDAQ is going to be the entry because NASDAQ's got the greater potential for move. Because first target would be London highs. We do have some gaps that would need to be filled, so there's definitely some danger in that we would have some movement there. But I think if we get a good enough entry, we should have enough, we'd be able to actually make our play for that. We could probably, I don't know if I want to full port it necessarily, but yeah, this is looking really good. Okay, I think a break of structure to the upside right here, it would be a good entry point. So I think I'm going to get ready to take a long, provided we break structure, which is pretty much right at the London benchmark. All right, we're starting to look a lot better now. I think this is going to be our move right here. Okay, this is good. We got a new candle here. Hmm. No, not there yet. Okay, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. We're going to keep looking at this. We're not there just yet. Okay. Ugh, still a whole lot of nothing. Look at this, boys and girls. Good grief. We are range bound, range bound, range bound. Let me tell you. Now we need a good move here. So we're looking at, what are we looking at here? What are we in 5 minute here? Let's go to the 1 minute. I think we got ourselves an SMT going on. We do. Yeah. Well, there's something. There's some move somewhere. Hmm. Okay, looking good. Oh, no, testing, testing. One, two, three. All we need is for this to close as a high. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like here. Yeah. Okay, break a structure. Playing around. Actually, technically, it's not. Well, it is kind of here. Chop, 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 chop salad. Oh my goodness, this is a long video. Well, like I said at the beginning of this video, I would love to take a trade today, but I ain't gonna unless it's really obvious, really good setup. It's got to be an A setup, and it has been absolute poo. Total poo. As the Canadians might say, it was a whole lot of fuck all. I think the Aussies say that too. I think they use that term. Yeah. Yep. This is a whole lot of chopped salad. God, range is so tight and so ridiculously choppy. Oh. It'll be a move, but I just don't know if the move is going to happen while we're sitting here watching it. I mean, it's almost 11 o'clock New York time, and this is just sideways chopping like nothing's going on. So you'd almost think today was a bank holiday with as inactive as things are. All right, we're starting to see a downward push. Uh, the only thing is we don't have any real good. I mean, our low and high, our low is right here. So, and this is just chop. I'm not even going to try to speculate. This is ridiculous. So, nope. If I don't see something soon, I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna sit through this all day and see if there's a move. Might happen in the afternoon, and so fully range bound. Crazy. Hmm. Hourly is still moving up. Well, we could get a break of structure here in just about 30 seconds, which means we're probably going to start heading down here. So with that in mind, that's not. Okay, break of structure on the hourly. Did not get it on the S&P. This is a weird one today, boys and girls. This is a weird one. Let me tell you. Because this still looks like the possibility of reversal bullish market structure. We're definitely in a downtrend on the 15-minute. We're in an uptrend on the S&P on the 15-minute. So, great. Right back to where we were. Break of structure in the 1 hour on the NASDAQ. But I just think there won't be any trades today. So apparently there's an earnings report or something that's supposed to be coming out. Who knows? All right, we could get a break of structure here. Looks like we're dropping a little bit. If we get these two to actually work together, and we get a break of structure to the downside on both of them, which it looks like it's possible, then we could actually have an entry. We're down here. Okay, break of structure. Let's go to the 1 minute. See what presents itself. Okay.
Order filled.
Okay. Took the trade, and now we're looking to get down to some new lows. All right, this looks better. We got a break of structure on the 5 minute. We got we got the pullback to equilibrium. All right, let's just hang out. Let's hang out. We're going to be all right. We're going to stay in it. My stop, of course, is going to be up here, which probably will fully stop me out anyway. So it's either going to blow the account or we're just in it. So I think we've found our entry now. Probably would have wanted to wait on this a little bit more. We did inverse the gap, but I don't feel as hyper about that. I think we're doing okay. We could be in the chop. Well, we're in it now, so we're just going to ride it out. I think target is going to be right here at New York lows. Secondary will be, well, at this point, let's just move to the 5 minute, see what we've got here. Yeah, next set will be down even further. It's going to be down here. So we still got a ways to go. Okay, so my entry is at 27,337. So let's get a, no, I got a short position going on right now at 27,337. 27,337.50. Come on. There it is. Okay. So that's actually good where I'm set right there. That's a pretty much 1-to-1. Where what the other part would be moving this down to, really this is where the other target would be right here. These lows right here. What do we got there? We got a 4-to-1 risk to reward. So that's really our deal right there. And I got in right here. Okay. Okay. We're in it. I think, interestingly enough, the take profit would actually be by the time S&P gets to Asia lows. I think that's the target, even though it's over here on NASDAQ. So, okay. We made our decision. Now we stick with it. 27,337. Is that where this is? 27,341. It should actually be. Oh no, I don't want that. I want. Let's just say there. Fine, that's close enough. Yeah, I could get stopped out here. There. Hmm. Should I double down? Yeah. And just stay with my risk management the way it is. Okay, the confluence and everything that I got into was what I thought I saw. So what we're looking at here is I saw a break of structure right here on the 5 minute, and then moving to the 1 minute. Oh, hang on, and then moving to the 1 minute. Uh, 1 minute we had a fair value gap right here that we breached. And when that fair value gap breached, that's when I took the trade. So fair value gap, I probably would have been better waiting for a pullback. I think I did. I think I remember waiting for it to pull back toward equilibrium. But maybe I did get in a little too soon on that. But that break of structure told me that we were doing okay. So better entry would have been to wait for this pullback, especially because we did end up inversing this value gap right here, although we did come back down. So probably would have been something where we came up and then came back down, got a confirmation of a candle that closed below the low. So entry probably would have been better off being a little higher up here. But I'm still feeling that we're looking good for a short on this one. So we're kind of hanging out right at my entry point. So I don't know if maybe some others saw it at the same thing. But everything is looking at this point bearish. Although I did have a bullish bias to start with, and everything was bullish. I think, given that we had that 1 hour um, um, break of structure, that we are looking to take a bit of a dip here first. Let's go to the higher time frames, take a look here. Yeah, so we're looking pretty good there. So target is going to be either right here at it's not a real good 1-to-1 to tell you the truth, but target would be here at New York lows, or by the time S&P gets to Asian lows, because I took it in NASDAQ, and so we've got maybe something down here is a good TP. So that's a good TP. And then from there, the other TP is just way further down. So Oh, sorry guys, caught me picking my nose on video. That was gross. Had a booger I had to take care of. Okay, looks like we might have a break of structure and a value gap. Change up here in the 5 minute. We do. So that is probably not a great sign. Um, this might be something where I want to get out of this trade. We've had a break of structure. Is this a 5 minute or 1 minute? Oh, this is 1 minute. Okay. So I'm not going to panic just yet. Okay. All right. We're still all right. We're still all right. All right. I almost let the 1 minute freak me out. Okay. We're still okay. We're still okay. It's just testing. It's just testing to make those people that shorted nervous. Try to stop a few out. If it stops me out, it stops me out. Like I said, I got to stay committed to my trade. Got to stay committed. It is what it is. I have to believe that I made the right decision based on all the information I was presented. So just gotta hang out and hope that it's all right. Oh. All right, I think my stop would end up being right here. I think that's where I'm going to move my stop to. Yeah, yeah. That's my stop right there. Hmm. I really thought we'd be tagging those Asian lows, but it looks like we're not going to. Hmm. You just faking people out? What are we doing here? Hmm. Nope, I probably chose wrong here, but it's still. Doji candle, love them. Just gotta stay patient. Just gotta stay patient. This is a very long video, boys and girls. I might have to edit this down. I think this is the longest that I've been on the charts. Oh, let's take a look at the 1 hour, see what we got here. Hmm. Hmm. Well, the 1 hour still looks like it's in my favor. 15 minutes in my favor. Just have to see if I can outlast the drawdown. This really could work against me here. Can I outlast the drawdown? Or I'll just get stopped out. I think on the good side is I didn't double down just yet. So that definitely would have hurt me because this kind of drawdown I couldn't have handled on 2 contracts. So hmm. Yeah, I'm really close to being stopped out. Oh, shit. Well, yep. I'm afraid this is going to stop me out. I'll wait for it to close because stop out is stop out. So it's a bummer. I mean, technically, I should be stopped out right now, but I'm gonna wait for it to actually close because if it does and it shows that it has fully reversed, then this could just be liquidity. It's gonna stop me out. Damn. How did I misjudge that? All right, I'm done. I'm cooked. What the hell? How did I get that so wrong? Fuck. It's gonna get expensive. You know, I've had that work against me before. It's gonna close, and then I'm fucking cooked. I'm cooked.
Order filled.
All right, I'm cooked. That was okay. But now that we broke structure to the upside, I mean, we got something going this way now. Ah. All right. Well, that was a major bummer. Oh God. 2.5 hours of watching just to find an entry and get stopped out. All right. Um, I'm done. I don't know. I'll try again tomorrow, but there ain't much hope that I won't cook this account. So, you know, Anyway, okay. I mean, yeah, I'm not happy that it was a red day. I mean, I followed my rules, and that's what it did. And just, I'm probably cooked. Let's just hope that I make some wise choices. I thought I had this right, had everything looked at, and didn't work out. So, uh, one of the rules, I'm not going to get in revenge trade. I mean, I've only got a couple $100 of leeway here, so there's really there's there's no chance of getting a decent pullback, of getting into a trade and having it pull back. This would literally have to be a, get in, have it boost, take some profit, and get out. Like scalp my way back to a place where I've got enough for, a decent retrace, and have a little bit of a pullback on a meaningful trade. So um, I'm gonna have to change my risk management strategy a little better for tomorrow. And as much as everybody's saying, don't play to your P&L, don't play to your P&L. Um, there are times when you got to call bullshit on that, because if you don't have enough of your P&L to work with, sometimes you get a quick win for a couple $100. As long as you understand how to work with the scalping and do that. I mean, look, I've only got about $250 in each account left before the account's fucking blown anyway. So what does it matter if I play to one strategy or another? There's not enough leeway for a drawdown or a pullback. Um, Not enough drawdown move. So, that's how that is. Anyway, all right. I mean, look, I played to my rules and the trade didn't go my way. I thought I had it. I was good there for a while, but I tried to stick it out and go to my target, and so it's such that it is. So I don't have that kind of leverage going into tomorrow. So maybe we'll work on more of a quick scalp strategy going into tomorrow. We'll see what it takes. But for right now, that's it for me for the day, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right, boys and girls. Bye.